Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura, and today we are going to do your tarot and oracle reading for the week of September 18th to the 24th, 2023. First card out for you is Nightlight, and there's a whole booklet that comes with this oracle deck, but I'm just going to read these cards intuitively. I am seeing here sleeping, dreaming, and relaxation is going to be very important. I'm seeing a vision of you actually snuggling someone or something, and that's really significant for this week for some reason. So you could be like really falling for someone, for example, during a time where you're just like snuggling or holding their hand or getting cozied up with them, and you just really find yourself falling for them, especially if this is like a newer person you've been talking for like only a few weeks or months. I'm really getting that energy. I'm also seeing some of you actually adopting a cat or a dog. Those of you who are super single, I'm actually kind of getting this desire to snuggle, and you may be missing that. And what I would say to you in that case is this week, invest in a really, really cozy blanket or some sort of like bath oil. Really focus on your sensual energies in your home, okay? Some of you may have also moved or had some changes in your home where you don't have that much stuff anymore, or you just are really craving that sensuality. And I want to say you don't necessarily need to source that from someone else, especially if you can't see anyone right now, or you're too busy, your schedule doesn't allow you to see anyone and snuggle other people. I would recommend really focusing on the sensual nature of your home. So getting some scented candles, fuzzy blankets, really comfy slippers, a warm, comforting blanket, or even just making yourself a beautiful cup of something delicious, okay? These are all cozy sensations. I'm seeing comfort food as well. Southern cooking. Some of you guys, I know that's really specific. Some of you guys may be indulging in soul food, southern cooking if you're in the United States, or something very nostalgic from wherever you reign, something that you ate in your childhood. I'm also seeing warm curries as well. I don't know why I'm getting visions of food, like really delicious comfort food, ramen noodles, like wherever you're from, whatever your comfort food was that like really makes you think of your childhood or younger days. I am seeing that this week you may actually be getting that or making some, or I don't know, I see you eating. I know that's such a weird specific message, but that's what I'm seeing here. Making your home sensual, eating comfort foods, and snuggling. Some of you don't have anyone to snuggle, which makes me really sad. You may be missing out on that feeling, but I am telling you that you can achieve that feeling without really needing anyone there. All right, so or if you're really craving that, I want to say that it's okay for you to want and need that. And, you know, it's okay for you to admit that and then actually seek that out and admit to yourself, like, hey, I really want someone in my life who I could snuggle. Like, I'm craving that. You know, I think I could allow myself to go after that. Next, we have Truth Be Told. Ooh, opening up about your feelings to someone. I'm seeing an authentic conversation. We see here the owl. Notice how his little feet are holding a golden mask here. I feel like the masks are coming off for you this week. I feel like you are opening up to someone and literally getting very vulnerable with them. Like, hey, for some of you, this will be a conversation like this. I really like you, and I just want to be in your arms. Or you're getting real with yourself, having a truthful conversation with yourself. Like, I am craving this coziness, this kind of like familial, homey, soulmate type of energy, whether it's friends, whether it's romantic or family. Like, I am craving that. And ooh, I just saw a vision in my head. I just got like an insight, rather, not a vision, kind of like claircognizance, like a knowing that came up here. Some of you, and this is a very select few of you watching, are deciding this week to have children for the first time. And you're like, you know what? I really am craving that feeling of like nostalgia, coziness, warmth that children can sometimes offer. So I do see some people actually deciding, you know what, I really do want children in the future, or having that conversation with someone. But yeah, I feel like doorways are opening up for you in terms of conversation. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of sword cards came out in the tarot portion of this reading, but we'll have to see. And next we have clairvoyance coming out. So pay attention to your visions this week, whatever you're visualizing in your mind of like what you want, whatever you find yourself daydreaming about, fantasizing about, or even seeing in your dreams, pay attention to that, because that is oftentimes clairvoyance coming through. That is a potential reality that you can manifest for yourself if you so desire it. Archangel Raziel, it could also be not necessarily a potential reality, but you could be picking up on someone else's feelings and perspectives. I have very strong clairvoyance, and you know, when you have clairvoyance naturally, you don't realize it's clairvoyance for a long time because it's the way your mind always thinks. So you don't think it's anything special, right? We hear psychic abilities, we think, oh, this is so special. But if you're born with psychic abilities, you don't oftentimes realize it. So if you have a strong ability to visualize a conversation and see it play out in your head before it happens, or see how something's going to play out in your head before it happens, that is clairvoyance, straight up. And you just think like, oh no, I'm just thinking like this is probably what's going to happen. Yeah. You're making a prediction. That's what that is. That is a psychic ability. And when you trust in that very deeply, that's when it really starts getting very psychic-y feeling. You know, I feel like the term psychic is so overly mysticized because everyone has these abilities. So take the mysticism away from it and look at it for what it is. Something that most people have. I mean, if you're blind, like literally blind, you are not clairvoyant, but you probably have very strong other psychic abilities such as clairaudience or whatever. Claircognizance, clear knowing. Archangel Raziel, I don't know. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so that you can clearly see heavenly love. And you know what? I was seeing a lot with the eyes here, with the owl too, and the window. I was thinking to myself the quote, the eyes are the window into the soul, or the pathway in the soul, whatever that phrase is. Some of you may be going to an eye doctor. I know that's a random message, or booking an eye appointment to get your eyes checked and get some new glasses. I'm also seeing that. Lots of specifics coming out today. I love it. So take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. We're going to get 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3. They're already laid out, and I didn't see any of these cards yet. First card out for you is the 3 of Cups in reverse. So I am definitely seeing that you're feeling yourself kind of distancing, pulling back, pulling away from certain individuals in your life who you may have been very close to platonically, like they would have been a good friend to you. They may be pulling away now, or it feels like your outer social circle is shifting a bit. It's could even be like coworkers moving or leaving the job place. It just feels like not the people super closest to you, but the people kind of around you are shifting in some way. Their lives are changing. I'm also seeing some of you may have a friend who recently got into a new relationship or new job or moved, and they're so busy with that, you know, you may feel like they're pulling back from you emotionally. So interesting. Second card out is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this is you, and your energy is in reversed. So I do feel like there's something amiss here that needs to be focused on. Queen of Pentacles in reverse can represent kind of like, not like a greediness, but like a keeping things too much to yourself. And I feel like this is definitely a week where you want to be open and honest and authentic about what you want and what you need. Because when you lock away those wants, I feel like it can actually get you kind of acting in a way that is toxic or playing games, not on purpose at all. For example, if you really just want some more physical affection and you have a partner or someone you're dating and they don't give you that physical affection, but you're too scared to bring that up, you know, you may start acting in certain ways in which you appear distant to that person, or you appear distracted, or like something's bothering you and they don't know what's bothering you, you know, they can't read your mind. So it's just so important to communicate your wants, your needs to those around you. If you're feeling a certain way about a friend and their behavior, you need to communicate about it to prevent this sort of resentment to build, you know, that you don't want to do that. Third card out is the 4 of Wands upright. This is a success. This is stability coming in. Something that you feel very passionate about is becoming stable and committed in your life. I'm getting commitment vibes. Okay. 4 of Wands oftentimes predicts marriage, for example. Being committed to each other long term, it's stable, and this is someone you feel passionately about. that you love a lot, and it's like that passion, that stability is locked in. Okay, it doesn't just have to be romantic though. It could be with anything, like locking in a job that you feel very passionate about, or locking in a new life path for yourself, communicating about it, planning it, making it something that's here to stay. Second row out, fourth card, we have the Knight of Wands. Yes, forward movements with your passion. I feel you communicating your passionate feelings. And also I see you getting creative with that sensual stuff. Remember, I was tuning into your home, your living situation, and making it more sensual, appeasing to the senses, and also indulging in comfort foods. Some of you I see cooking or trying to teach yourself how to cook. I'm seeing a general air of like trying to be a better person. And there may be certain skills that you feel like are lacking within you that a lot of other people have, and that may make you a little bit insecure. For example, if you don't know how to cook or you're not really good at cleaning, that's kind of a basic skill that a lot of people have, and so that may make you insecure. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to try cooking some of my favorite comfort foods. I'm going to look up a recipe. I'm going to do it, just so like I have a few things that I know that I can go to. I don't feel completely incompetent. I'm seeing that sort of energy. Yeah, so that's beautiful. And we are seeing things moving forward if you're dating or if you're involved with any romantic situation. So yeah, and clarifying that center of your spread, Ace of Cups. This clarifies a lot of the messages that came up, okay? That message earlier that some of you are deciding to have your first child or have another child, that will be like Ace of Cups is a very fertile card for that. So yeah, this is also love if you're dating. Feelings are proclaimed and things move forward to the next step. I feel like you're wanting to be honest, tell your true feelings, have a really deep heart to heart. I do see that happening for you this week, and things are kind of, because you're being intimate, because you're opening up and being vulnerable in that way and sharing your true feelings, I see things becoming more settled, more real, more like locked in, more invested into each other, which is really great. I am also seeing so much creative energies. There's a new start happening for you creatively this week as well, or even emotionally. Some of you guys may decide, you know what, I really want some snuggles. You download a dating app and literally a few days later you end up meeting someone who, may actually turn out to be someone amazing. Like things can change that quickly for you guys, keep that in mind. So we do see new love, new creativity, or feelings proclaimed here in some way, like however it resonates for you, take it. It's also a very psychic card as well. Lots of psychic energies coming through here. Spiritual connection. Sixth card out for you this week is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you have two queens, both in reverse. Lots of Wands cards coming out here. I wouldn't be surprised if you're dealing with a lot of fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And, I feel like your divine feminine energy is needing some attention right now. The divine feminine is very flowing, go with the flow, going with your intuition. And your intuition is saying like, I should be honest about this, or your intuition is nagging you like, hey, I want this, I need this, I want to do this. And when you act on that intuition quickly, you're in line with your divine feminine energy. When you use your logic and play it off or push those feelings down and hide them, you are very much in wounded feminine energy. So it's really, really important for you, no matter your gender, by the way, it's really important for you to share what's coming up. And because I want to go back to saying that when you don't, you come off as stingy or distant, or like other people can't read your mind. I want to remind you of that. Other people cannot read your mind, and they may not know, a concern that you have, or something that's bothering you, or a want, a need, a desire that's not being met. Whereas if you just simply spoke about what's on your mind, you may be pleasantly surprised when the people who those feelings apply to do everything they can to appease that feeling. And let people help you is what I want to say. Let people in on your concerns, on your feelings, if they're good or bad, because when you don't, you leave them guessing, you leave them anxious because they're psychically picking up that something is not being shared, that something's wrong. And people's imaginations can run really wild with that, you know? So it's just so important to be honest, open, authentic, and really go with the flow of your intuition as well as your feelings and not let them stagnate by pushing them down and ignoring them. Final row out, 7th card is the Sun, happiness, so much creativity. Okay, so much fulfillment. The sun is our nurturing life force energy. It pours life into this planet, and it just is one of the most positive cards in the entire deck. So I really do see your heart opening up. Excitement. I'm getting the sense of like warming back up to life, like becoming excited about life and where things are headed again, and feeling so loved and supported and just creatively interactive with the world. So it feels really good. We have the High Priestess in reverse, which is another psychic card. Yes, listen to your intuition. When the High Priestess comes out reverse, she's saying you have not been listening to your intuition. You have been pushing your feelings down and ignoring them. And other people are psychically picking up on what you are feeling and not sharing with people. So it's really, really important for you to be open, honest, and authentic with the people around you, with your feelings, and act on those feelings, act on those intuitive nudges within reasonable timing. Like, don't keep things bottled up for too long, because that's going to push people away. That is what creates walls. That's what builds walls up within yourself. Final card out is the Lovers reversed. Yes, this is confirming what I just said, guys. If you really want a relationship to work, like if you really want someone to trust you, whether it's a friendship or romantic or whatever, you need to tell them what is on your mind. If you have deeper feelings for them, or if something that they're doing is bothering you, when you don't, I promise you, this relationship will slowly fall away the more you hide those feelings and build up walls and push these feelings down. Like, I promise you, this relationship will not last if that's the way that you're going about things. Simultaneously, I feel like even if you listen to the advice here and you do open up, there may be like an outer friendship or someone in your life who is leaving anyways, like leaving your life anyways. So the message applies either way here, because we start the reading with the Three of Cups reversed and end with the Lovers reversed. Both of these cards represent an ending of a relationship, a no answer, something exiting your life. But I see something new coming in as well, so that's great. So thank you guys for joining me. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this week ahead, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.